One thing that all music does is it reveals something. It reveals something about the person or the people who make it. And so in a way, all of these topics, love and loss, travel, hero, there's something of a memoir about all of them, because they all are about where people have been, and they all are about reflecting on how that journey moved to get them to the place where they are. I have two pieces on this program, and one is by me. And the first piece I'm going to talk about is a piece which is of tremendous importance to me, which is a piece by John Cage called Indeterminacy. This concert is called Memoir, and one of the things that's so beautiful about Cage is that he's so introspective about himself and introspective about his forms. A lot of his pieces are about how he came to think about things or how he came to learn things. This is a piece where he's interested in the way things collide by accident, in the way things happen by chance. So in Cage fashion, he wanted to make a piece that explored this. So he made a series of stories about things that happened to him, or things he read, or things that happened to friends of his by accident. The idea with them is that each of these stories has to be told in a minute. So the stories which are very long have to be told very quickly, and the stories which are very short have to be told very slowly, because everything can only take 1 minute.
One evening when I was still living at Grand Street and Monroe, Isamu Noguchi came to visit me.
One of the things which he decided, which makes this idea of indeterminacy even stronger, is that this piece should be played at the same time as another piece of his, uncoordinated. So what you get is the collision of these two worlds, the indeterminate, the chance collision of these two worlds.
The two monks continued walking along, and after some time, the second one, unable to restrain himself, said to the first.
So the idea of memoir and chance memoir has gotten into the very fabric of how the piece is made. Some of these stories, I have to say, are hilarious. I mean, Cage was such a funny guy, you know, and to hear him tell these stories, you know, it's really hard not to listen to this piece and crack up. Cage, of course, is no longer among the living, and so he is going to be played by the Worcester Group actor Paul Lazar, who also has a very warm and open and very funny personality. Surrounding him completely is going to be a giant percussion setup, and the percussion legend, Steve Schick, is going to be playing a piece by Cage, which he wrote from the very same years that he wrote his piece Indeterminacy. And the very last thing that's going to happen on this festival is a piece of mine with the incredible violin virtuoso Augustin Hadelich, who is an unbelievably talented young musician. So the piece that I'm writing is a piece called Mystery Sonatas. Mystery Sonatas, the title, refers to these kind of legendary pieces by the great virtuoso Bieber, who wrote these pieces. And of course, for him, they're the mystery of Jesus, but you know, I'm not Christian, so it's about a mystery of something else. And to me, that mystery is the mystery of music itself, of what this music can actually do and what this music can actually mean. You know, it's like all the storytelling which happens on this festival, you know, we're learning things about the stories through the stories, which are about facts, but through the music, we're learning something else. We're learning something about what those facts mean. We're learning about what those stories feel like. So the story part is not really the part I'm interested in. The thing that I'm interested in is how the music takes those story messages and makes them deep and meaningful and important to us on a very emotional and very visceral level. And so that's the point of what my piece is.
When I told David Tudor that this talk on indeterminacy was nothing but a series of stories, he said, "Don't fail to put in some benediction."